Some storms don't just pass, they change the map forever. Mercury Retrograde is already notorious for twisting words, distorting plans, and throwing communication into disarray. But this time, it won't be alone. Venus, the planet of love, beauty, self-worth, and finances, will also be spinning backward at the same time. This isn't just miscommunication and minor inconveniences. This is a full-scale cosmic breakdown, a planetary collision of chaos that will shake the very foundation of your relationships, your financial security, and even your sense of self. From March 15th to April 7th, Mercury will be retrograde in Aries and Pisces, making everything feel urgent, impulsive, and emotionally volatile. At the same time, Venus retrograde from March 1st to April 12th will unravel illusions in love, bring back painful past relationships, and test your ability to trust both yourself and others. The people closest to you may suddenly feel like strangers. Money will slip through your fingers before you even realize what's happening. Words will be misinterpreted, weaponized, and impossible to take back. The past will resurface, not as nostalgia, but as a test, one that could either heal you or completely shatter everything you've built. The scariest part? You may not even realize it's happening until it's too late. By the time the storm clears, some will have lost relationships they thought were unbreakable. Some will have made impulsive financial choices that haunt them for years. Some will have fallen into the same old traps, repeating painful cycles they swore they had outgrown. Most people will walk into this retrograde blind. They will chase illusions, destroy trust, and make mistakes they can't undo. But you don't have to be one of them. If you understand what's coming, if you know how to move through the storm without getting lost, you can turn this cosmic disaster into a moment of clarity, growth, and power. Those who are prepared will navigate this with eyes wide open. Those who aren't will wake up in May wondering what the hell just happened. Stay with me until the end, because what's coming next is bigger than anything you've experienced before. And if you don't hear this warning now, you'll regret it later. Make sure to hit like, subscribe, and get ready. The storm is here. Are you prepared? Mercury and Venus. Two planets that shape your daily reality in ways you don't always notice, until they stop working the way they should. Normally, Mercury governs the logical side of life, communication, technology, contracts, schedules, and travel, while Venus rules over the emotional and material, love, beauty, self-worth, and finances. When they function normally, they create balance between the mind and heart, between the choices you make with logic and the ones you make with feeling. But when they both go into retrograde at the same time, that balance is obliterated. This isn't just a bad day or a rough week. This is an astrological collision that disrupts everything you rely on. Conversations that should be simple will turn into battles. You'll say something thinking it's clear, but the other person will hear something completely different. A misplaced word, a mistimed joke, an innocent comment. Under this energy, even the smallest things can ignite full-blown conflicts. Mercury warps communication, making misunderstandings explode out of nowhere. At the same time, Venus shakes the very foundation of relationships, bringing up doubts, regrets, and hidden resentments that were once buried. You may suddenly feel uncertain about a partner, a friend, or even yourself. And it's not just love. Money is on the line too. Venus retrograde will test your financial habits, making you rethink your spending, your investments, and your long-term security. A purchase that seems harmless now might become your biggest regret later. A financial decision made in haste could spiral into something far worse. Mercury's influence means contracts and deals will come with hidden loopholes, details you overlook, or terms that aren't as beneficial as they seem. If you're about to sign anything, stop and think. Technology won't be spared either. Expect emails disappearing, texts going to the wrong person, apps crashing, and devices malfunctioning at the worst possible moment. Travel will be unpredictable. Flights delayed, bookings cancelled, plans suddenly changing without warning. The universe, it seems, will be determined to test your patience. The worst part? You might not even realize how much these retrogrades are affecting you until it's too late. Because Venus isn't just about love, and Mercury isn't just about texts or emails. These two planets rule over how you see yourself, how you connect with others, and how you make decisions. And when their energy is in reverse, your own mind and heart become unreliable. You might feel like you're thinking clearly, but you're actually seeing things through a distorted lens. You might feel like you need to act fast, but in reality, impulsive moves could be your downfall. During this period, the most important thing you can do is pause. Reflect before speaking. Think before reacting. Double-check every decision, especially when it comes to love, money, and communication. Because what feels like certainty now may look like a massive mistake when the storm clears. The past has a way of creeping back when you least expect it. The text from an old lover, the unresolved tension in a friendship, the financial mistake you thought you had moved past. When Venus retrograde takes hold, unfinished business comes knocking. And this time, it demands your attention. Old flames may suddenly reappear, but are they really back for the right reasons? You might find yourself longing for someone from your past, replaying memories, and wondering if you made a mistake letting them go. But nostalgia is a dangerous illusion, one that Venus retrograde loves to manipulate. The emotions you feel now aren't necessarily real. They're distortions, intensified by this planetary shift. A relationship that seems meant to be during retrograde may reveal its true cracks and flaws once Venus moves direct. And it's not just love. Your financial past is under scrutiny too. Regrets over impulsive spending, failed investments or lost opportunities may resurface. Money choices that once seemed small could now show their full consequences, forcing you to confront past missteps. It's tempting to try and fix things quickly, to invest in something new, to chase lost money, but during Venus retrograde, rushing into financial decisions is a trap. This is not a time for blind trust or reckless action. Recognize patterns. If someone from the past is resurfacing, ask yourself, is this healing or is this a cycle I need to break? If you're facing money regrets, don't panic. Learn from them. Venus retrograde is a test, and those who fail repeat the past. But those who pause, reflect, and choose differently, they break free. Words are powerful, but during Mercury retrograde, they become dangerous weapons. What you mean and what others hear. Two completely different things. Simple conversations will twist into arguments. An innocent text could be misread as an attack. A delay in response could be mistaken for rejection. This is a time when assumptions will create disasters. Mercury retrograde scrambles communication channels. Emails vanish, texts go unsent, messages are misunderstood. You might find yourself waiting on an important reply that never comes, or worse, receiving a message that shakes your world in the worst way possible. But is it real? Or is this just Mercury distorting the truth? Right now, clarity is an illusion, and emotions are easily manipulated. And it's not just words. Travel plans will fall apart. Flights delayed, GPS glitches, meetings cancelled at the last minute. If you're travelling, expect roadblocks, both literal and metaphorical. Even technology will turn against you. Devices will crash. Passwords will fail. A document you swore you saved, gone. Here is the advice you need to carry with you during this time. Slow down. Think before you speak. Double-check every email, every text, every appointment. If a conversation feels off, wait before reacting. Patience is your best weapon against chaos. This is not the time for impulsive words or rash decisions. The moment you feel triggered, take a breath. Ask yourself, is this real or is this Mercury's trickery? Most people will get lost in the confusion. But those who stay grounded, who think before they speak, who clarify before assuming, they will avoid the biggest regrets of this retrograde. Be one of them. Venus doesn't just rule love, it governs money, luxury, and material wealth. When it's moving direct, Venus brings abundance, ease, and financial stability. But during retrograde, that stability is shattered. Money flows unpredictably, expenses arise out of nowhere, and what seems like a great financial decision in the moment could turn into a massive regret later. Right now, your financial instincts are compromised. What looks like a once-in-a-lifetime deal may actually be a trap. That dream purchase, the tempting investment, the sudden urge to spend big, they all come with hidden risks. Venus retrograde creates illusions around money, making bad decisions feel like good ones. You may think you're being smart, but when the retrograde clears, the reality will hit hard. This is not the time for major financial commitments. Avoid buying luxury items, making big investments, or signing long-term financial agreements. If you're considering a new job offer, a business deal, or a loan, read the fine print twice. There may be details you're overlooking, and once Venus goes direct, you'll see the cracks that were there all along. Instead of spending recklessly, use this time to reassess your financial health. Where have you been wasting money? What financial patterns do you need to break? Venus retrograde is a perfect opportunity to review your habits, clear out financial clutter, and create a smarter long-term plan. Here is the advice you need to carry with you during this time. Slow down. Pause before making any big purchases or money moves. What feels urgent now may look like a terrible mistake later. Most people will fall into financial traps during this retrograde. Make sure you're not one of them. Not all storms hit with the same force, and this cosmic collision will shake some zodiac signs more than others. The impact of Mercury and Venus retrograde overlapping will be intense, unavoidable, and deeply personal, especially for those directly in the planetary line of fire. If you're an Aries, Libra, Cancer, or Capricorn, buckle up. These retrogrades will challenge your closest relationships, sense of identity, and emotional stability. You may find yourself questioning everything, your partnerships, your values, even the path you thought you were meant to follow. The universe is forcing you to face the truth, whether you're ready or not. This is a period of transformation, but only if you're willing to let go of what no longer serves you. For Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces, this retrograde duo will hit differently, but just as powerfully. Expect deep introspection, career shifts, and personal revelations. You may feel disconnected, uncertain, or suddenly aware of flaws in your plans that you never noticed before. What once seemed clear now feels clouded, and choices you thought were final may need to be reconsidered. But the truth is, no one is completely safe from this cosmic storm. Even if you don't feel the full force of these retrogrades, the people around you will. Friends, partners, and colleagues will be acting out of character, driven by confusion, frustration, and emotional instability. Your awareness is your greatest shield. Knowing what's coming allows you to step back, avoid unnecessary drama, and make conscious decisions instead of reactive ones. The unprepared will stumble blindly into mistakes, but you have a chance to rise above the chaos. The question is, will you take it? While others panic, you can find your path to growth. This retrograde storm will throw people into confusion. They will react impulsively, speak words they can't take back, chase illusions, and make decisions they will regret for years. But you have an opportunity to navigate this with clarity, to move through the wreckage while others get lost in it. The key to surviving this cosmic upheaval isn't to fight the storm, it's to move with it, to use it, to transform through it. The first and most important thing you must do is pause. before reacting. Right now, emotions are volatile and perception is distorted. What seems urgent in the moment might not even matter in a few weeks. The more pressure you feel to act immediately, the more necessary it is to stop, breathe, and think. Arguments will escalate quickly if you let them, misunderstandings will spiral out of control, and reckless words will burn bridges beyond repair. Instead of getting caught in the chaos, step back. Observe before responding. Think before speaking. Reflect before making a move. This is also a time to confront what has been left unresolved. The past is resurfacing for a reason, not to haunt you, but to be dealt with once and for all. Whether it's an old relationship, a financial mistake, or a lingering doubt about your path, don't ignore what is coming up. Face it. But do so with awareness, not with impulsiveness. Emotions are heightened, but clarity will return when the retrograde fades. Despite the urgency you may feel, this is not the moment for drastic changes. New relationships started now will be built on illusion. Big financial decisions made in this energy will come with unseen consequences. Career shifts, breakups, major commitments, all of these require extra caution. If something is meant to change, it will still be there after the retrograde. Let time reveal what is real and what is just temporary chaos. Above all, use this time to reconnect with yourself. Venus and Mercury are forcing you to look deeper at your values, your self-worth, and the direction you are heading. What have you been chasing that no longer aligns with who you are? What cycles are you trapped in that need to be broken? What patterns keep leading you back to the same dead ends? Retrogrades exist to reveal the truth, and that truth may not always be comfortable. But if you embrace it instead of resisting, you will come out stronger, wiser, and ready to move forward with purpose. Most people will get lost in the storm, making rash decisions, repeating old mistakes, and struggling to understand why everything is falling apart. But you don't have to. If you move with awareness, if you take a step back, if you choose growth over reaction, you will not only survive this retrograde, you will come out of it with a power most others won't even recognize. So, the choice is yours, and before you leave, hit like, subscribe, and share this insight. The storm is approaching, but with the right knowledge, you will survive and thrive.